In the first round, the Suns jumped out to a 36-14-point lead in the first quarter, and despite his best efforts, LeBron's 29 points was just not enough to bring the Lakers back within striking distance. When asked about the blemish on his first-round record, LeBron said, quote, "It doesn't really matter to me in that fashion. What matters to me is getting this team back healthy." Shannon, how much did this first-round exit tarnish LeBron's legacy?
It doesn't. And wherever you are on LeBron, you're still there. If you believe he's the best player in the league, the GOAT, he's still that. If you don't, you never did. LeBron James is a four-time champion with 4 Finals MVP, 17 straight All-Star game appearances, All-Star, which is an NBA record, 13-time first-team All-NBA, which is an NBA record. So for me, I don't think this does nothing. I mean, he's 14-1 in first-round appearances. Does it tarnish Brady's legacy that he lost to Eli Manning twice, who 3 times led the NFL in INTs, that he lost to Nick Foles, who got benched twice in Philly, got benched in Jacksonville to Gardner Minshew, and got benched for the guy that he came in to replace, Mitchell Trubisky? It does not. That he lost to Joe Flacco, who you dubbed Joe Fluco, he beat him twice. No, it happens. So if Tom Brady loses in the playoffs next year, is it going to tarnish his legacy? I don't think it does. You are where you are. These guys, once you get to this level, this far in the game, and you are as accomplished as a Tom Brady, as a LeBron James, I don't believe a loss tarnishes his legacy, his resume, whatever you want to say, because he's built up so much good deed. The most playoff games, the most playoff wins, #1 in points, #2 in assists, #2 in triple doubles. He's top 10 in every statistical category in the playoffs. So for me, it doesn't tarnish his skip. And if you play sports, and if you play long enough, somebody will get you. Floyd Mayweather is the only one that hadn't been got. But if he keep, jogging around, Skip, even though it's not a sanctioned bout, they'll get you. If you play long enough, if you do something long enough, somebody will eventually get you. And so, year 18, he had been unblemished in the first round, the previous 14 tries. Now he has a blip on his resume. But for me, I don't think it tarnishes his legacy one iota.
Okay. First of all, I have to address your Brady slander that you just tossed out in the middle of the table. Obviously, the first Eli Super Bowl, all Brady did with 2.5 minutes left was drive them 70 yards for the go-ahead touchdown. Go ahead to put them up 14-10, as he always did in every Super Bowl he's played. And that loss was on the head of one Bill Belichick, who then let Eli go 75 yards for the go-ahead touchdown. I'm sorry, but he can't play defense. They don't allow him to play defense.
He couldn't.
Okay, so that actually enhanced his playoff legacy.
No, he did not. He lost.
And then Joe Flacco has one of the great playoff records in just sheer passing numbers that we've ever seen.
Do you call him Playoff Joe or you call him Joe Fluco? I just need to know which one you refer to him as.
In regular season, he's obviously Joe Fluco.
Okay.
And obviously, the Nick Foles Super Bowl was completely on Bill Belichick, because all Brady did was throw for a playoff record 505 yards and put up 33 points, which should have been plenty enough to beat the Eagles. But Belichick's defense gave up 41 to the back, just all on the head coach's head.
You see what you do? Anytime Brady loses, it's always someone else's flaw.
That was enhancing his legacy. Okay, now let's get back to this game. Look, you're so dug in that LeBron is the GOAT, that now he's invincible. Now nothing, you can't tarnish anything. He's now made of what's it called? Teflon. Like he's got a Teflon legacy that you cannot damage.
What could Brady do to tarnish his legacy?
What could he do?
Yeah. And sports-wise. I ain't talking about off the field. I'm talking about sports-related. Well, so what game could he lose?
He's won 7 Super Bowls.
That's beside. No, you said losses tarnish legacies. Okay. So what loss could he have to tarnish his legacy?
I guess if he stunk up a first round of the playoff game, like a wild card.
He did that against Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Go back and look it up. 2009.
Well, he didn't stink in that.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Go check the tape, folks.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go back to this playoff series.
Okay.
This was a disaster for LeBron James. And I'm sorry, it's going to live on his legacy. Just as he tarnished his legacy in 2011 in the finals, It was an epic fail. It was the chosen one turning into the frozen one. I've never seen anything like games 4, 5, and 6 in that finals.
Skip, I'm not saying that one.
Okay, well, that happened.
Yes.
And then game 6 of 2013 happened when he had 3 unforced error turnovers in the last 2 minutes of that game. Yeah, they did because Ray Allen saved his legacy.
You see, but you see, Skip.
All right, but then in 2014, his team got blown off the floor by a record finals margin.
His what?
His team.
Okay, so he's a part of a team.
Well, Michael Jordan was part of a team too, but that never happened to Michael like that. He never got blown out like that.
Yeah, he did. The first 3 rounds. First time he got to the playoff. First 3 times.
By a record finals margin or record
No, he didn't make it to the finals.
Okay.
First round. That's what we're talking about. He in the first round.
So let's add up. Let's sum up what we just saw or didn't see from your man LeBron James. He averaged 23 points a game. That's his lowest in any playoff series ever. He averaged 7 rebounds a game. That's his lowest in any playoff series ever. He shot 61% from the free throw line. That's his worst in any playoff series ever. He averaged a career high 8 3-point attempts a game through these 6 games. That's his highest ever, which is upside down from what I wanted to see last night. As we saw in the third quarter when he went to attack mode, they started to chip away at the lead. So it's like wrong, wrong, wrong. And then what's really wrong are the fourth quarters of these 6 games. If I look at the numbers, these are fourth quarter combined cumulative numbers. LeBron James over the last 6 games against the Phoenix Suns shot 11 of 30 from the floor in the fourth quarter. That's 37%. As you know and I know, he's a career 51% from the floor, okay? Now, from 3, he was 2 of 12 in the fourth quarter. Well, that's 17%. That's not very good. Free throw line, he was 6 of 12 in the fourth quarter through the 6 games. What I hate about it is it's way too few attempts. It's only 12 attempts, but he made half of them, and 50% is obviously his career playoff worst in the fourth quarters from the free throw line. So it's wrong, wrong, and wronger on all the numbers I just gave you.
But Skip, what you're trying to do is that you're trying to sell me something that comes with my meal. You're trying to sell it to me a la carte. If I get a burger, I shouldn't have to pay for the fries separate. If I buy a burger, I shouldn't have to pay for lettuce and tomato separate. Okay, he had a bad series.
This was the burger. I just sold you the burger. Okay, well, it's all burger.
Okay, well, the fries and the lettuce and tomato and onions come with the burger. What you're trying to do is like, okay, look at this series. He played bad, but look at this and look at this. No, they go together. You can't sell it to me a la carte.
I'm forcing you to eat all of it at once, and it's going to make you sick.
Skip, he didn't play well, but the question was not whether or not I'm not disputing whether or not he played good or bad. Okay. I'm not disputing that.
But you can't put blinders on and sweep this one under the carpet.
I didn't, Skip. I didn't. All I'm saying is how does it damage his legacy?
Okay. Let's look at the fourth quarter of game number 1. Chris Paul got hurt, as you know, in the second quarter of game number 1. Okay. This is at Phoenix. You got a chance to just seize control of the series. And what happens in the fourth quarter? LeBron goes 1 of 4 from the floor, 0 of 3 from 3, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, and has a grand total of 3 points, and Phoenix slowly pulls away and wins 99-90. That's just wrong. That's not the king. That's not the GOAT. It's just wrong.
But let me ask you a question. Did any of that not happen in this series? So, in other words, the series transpired with 6 games. So we're going to take the 6 games. Everything that happened in the game. So we're going to use that fruit of the poisonous tree. So everything in there is poison. So when you take game 1 through 6, anything that Bron didn't do well falls up under that scope, under that umbrella. What you're trying to do is you're trying to... It's like, okay, well, this is here. This goes separate. Well, does that go separate? No, it's the same series.
Did he have one single game out of 6 where you sat back and said, there's the king? There's the best player on the planet.
What game was that? Was that game 3? Game 2 or 3? I thought game 2 or 3. Maybe 3 where he the third quarter he came out really aggressive. Because remember he had those 7 drives to the basket. He scored on 5 of them. And we saw, okay, that's the LeBron. That's the LeBron we thought we were going to see
game
moving
2,
forward.
Season-saving game at Phoenix. Anthony Davis goes 34, 10, and 7 assists with 3 blocks. LeBron goes along for the ride, and he's pretty good. He's 23, 4, and 9. Not bad, but he's going along for that ride because that's your dominating player.
But what did they say? AD said, this game was on me. I will be better. What did they do? They made a conscious effort to get AD the ball, to get him established early.